The following broadcast may contain explicit language and adult themes. Viewer discretion is advised. The opinions expressed in this broadcast are those of the hosts, talent, and guests, and do not reflect the opinions, views, and standards of Pyro Media Enterprises, affiliates, subsidiaries, or its members. What is going on, Mavericks? We are back with another episode of The Unusual Mavericks. I'm your host and moderator, Kwame, joined by the handsome, the Blackalicious, Just Dominic.
Oh, dear. Well, hello, everybody. It is good to be back for another week of comic book talking. How are you, Kwame? How's your week been?
It's been short, but it's been a bit of a crazy week. We got a lot of stuff going on. I'm really excited. But we have to keep it under wraps until next week. So really excited about a lot of things that are going on. And yeah.
With Pyro.
Yes, with Pyro, with Bullet and Flights, everything, everybody got it. We all together. So Michelle Holly, how you doing, Queen? Thank you for joining us.
Michelle, hello.
What if she says? Michelle says, no one can tell a story like Elder Kwame. He is very gifted in this art form. I wish live story. Oh, bless you. You're so sweet. Michelle. CBBJ, thank you for joining, Queen. Thank you, Cupcake.
Hello.
Boo.
Cupcake.
Yes, that's my sister from another mister. She says, hey, Kwame. What's going on, Michaela? How you doing, beautiful? Thank you for joining. Cupcake says, hi, hey, Dominic. TVJ says, hey, y'all, I'm getting ready for a choir rehearsal, but I'm popping. Oh, I appreciate it.
All right.
Queen. Go ahead and sing your heart out to the good
That's
Lord.
Right. That's right.
Cupcake says, hey, Dominic's beard.
Yes. All right. Don't forget the beard.
What's going on, Simeon? How you doing, brother? Appreciate you for joining. Yes. Who else is in the building? Yes. Everybody's greeting each other. Okay. Dr. Holt is in the building. Thank you, Dr. Holt, for joining.
Dr. Holt is back.
Yes. And we want to extend our prayers and our hearts and all of the positive energy towards the Holt family. They had a loss in the family, but they are strong Holters, if you will. So we send our love to you, and we're keeping you
positive vibes. Yes,
definitely. All right, you guys, let's get into some things. We have a lot to talk about, so I don't want to delay. Well, not too much, but we have a lot to expound upon, if you will. So let's go ahead and get into the Maverick Alert. All right, you guys, we have some things to talk about. First up, let's see. Now, I'm putting allegedly because it has not been confirmed. So I'm putting allegedly on this because I've only seen a couple of stories on it, but nobody has been able to confirm this. So there is allegedly a Doctor Strange 3 coming out. And according to Benedict Cumberbatch, and this is from fandomwire.com, earlier the actor teased the exciting MCU future of the character. Quote, I really can't wait to see what the fan reaction is to this and where it takes Strange and who he is by the end of the film. But I think it sets him up for a really exciting future, Cumberbatch told Extra TV. Further talking to Total Film, the Sherlock actor that said that he is far from being tired of the character. Quote, I'm not tired of it at all, he said. I really enjoy playing this character, and I've still got a lot left to give as him and a lot more adventures I want to have with him. So he teased this during multiple interviews. So although the MCU has not slated anything specific about Doctor Strange yet, the character may return in Doctor Strange 3, given the future that Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness has grossed over $955 million in at the box office, being highest grossing movie of 2022, which I did not know that. Also, the character could be an essential part of Avengers 5. As for the cameos go, his appearance in Fantastic Four can be expected.
Wait. They said this was the highest grossing film of last year? That's a lie. Avatar was the highest grosses. They grossed, right. They
let me double check
at the box. I'm like, what?
Let me double check when this was done, when this was written.
Maybe Marvel movie. It was the highest grossing Marvel movie.
Well, even that, did they go over I don't think they went over Wakanda Forever.
I think they did. I really kept a close eye on the records of last year's box office numbers because we were talking about something to do with Black Adam and Avatar.
You are 150,000% correct. According to Box Office Mojo, Avatar, the Way of the Water, was over $2 billion.
Yes.
And then Top Gun Maverick came in at second.
Correct.
Jurassic World Dominion came in in third, and fourth came in Doctor Strange in the
correct. So they were the highest grossing Marvel movie. I'm sure that's what the article probably meant to say, and not highest grossing movie of 2022, because that's clearly not true.
You better know your numbers, sir.
Well, I'm a numbers guy, and this is that was what I was really into. So it's like, but yeah, Doctor Strange did very well. And at the end of the movie, Charlize Theron, which I'm very happy you put this picture up, she showed up in the post-credit scene. Yes. So they truly set it up for the next installment, which would be 3.
Indeed. And so I'm looking forward to it, because I think, first of all, Charlize Theron is just, it's good.
She's amazing. When she played Ravenna, it's crazy.
Dominic, Cupcake said, "Don't question the hashtag Dominic facts." We're gonna use that. That is a new hashtag, Dominic facts. Yes, I love that. Yes, when she played Ravenna in Snow White, that she was just epic. But I've seen her in multiple different stunts, and she's just a phenomenal actress.
She is.
Yes, Victoria's Secret Evasion is today's title for the show. But yes, let's go ahead, and I'm trying to keep my voice down because people say I talk too loud. So
scream if you want.
Michelle says, "I do love Charlize Theron. Yes, fire." Let's see who else. She said, Michelle also says, and I want to pull this up because I think this is important. "I love Doctor Strange. He is my favorite Marvel character other than Black Panther." Interesting, Michelle. That's very interesting. I didn't think that was your that he would be one of your favorites. Michaela says, I almost called her Markayla for Marvel. Doctor Strange 2 was a hit or miss. I don't to be at number 3. Now, Michaela,
I have mixed feelings about that because, of course, I saw Doctor Strange 2, and it was not a good film in my opinion.
Agree.
It really wasn't. And the thing that turned me off the most was all of the deep-rooted black magic that was in the movie. And I know I had the comic books as a kid. There was a lot of talk and a lot of crazy words that I could barely pronounce back in those days. And now I realize that they were all, demon names and spells and all of this kind of stuff. And not that they are technically real spells, but they seem so close to what would be. I love Doctor Strange and his cape and his hair and all of that kind of stuff. I just hate that there's all of that Illuminati stuff that, that's what he is. It's all dark magic and necromancy and all that kind of stuff. And I like the originals, and I know maybe I shouldn't, that old show, the originals, it was a fantastic show, but witchcraft was a heavy part of that show. But it wasn't as dark as Doctor Strange 2, in my opinion. So I don't know what they're gonna do with 3. I don't think they're gonna pull back on that. So I don't know.
No, I don't think they're gonna pull back, only because Simeon says, let me pull it up. There is a lot of potential for Doctor Strange, almost too much for there not to be other movies, especially with Werewolf and other occult Marvel characters.
That's true.
Yes, I think the issue, Simeon, though, I do agree with Brother Dominic. You would be surprised when you get to the other side and find out who the real devil was and who God really was. Interesting, Michelle. That's a spiritual discussion. We're talking about Marvel, but I don't know.
I'm like, would I be surprised?
Right. I don't think so. But to Simeon's point, I do think my issue with Doctor Strange 2 was that it was a little too much occult. And I think for me, I think there's certain I'm like you said, Originals is one of my favorite shows. I was a huge Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan. I was a Charmed fan, so I watched a lot of these occult type shows. But there was something about Doctor Strange 2 and its symbolism that was a little too much for me, and I feel that's a lot of the feedback that I saw in the nerd world. Disregarding that, it was a little too much of that, and even if I compare that to Stargirl on DC Comics, that which was a very dark comic, I actually went back to do a little bit more research on that. We were talking about Doctor Strange and the Black Magic. That is why I made that comment. Oh no, I understand, Michelle. I got it. But I think for Marvel and the direction that it is, and where the parent company of it being under Disney, I think they need to pull back away from that and just focus on the character and the storyline of the show, because there's more that they could. And first of all, if we put the occult thing aside, I just think there was a lot missing as a multiverse movie. That was one of my issues. As a multiverse movie, I just didn't think that it did a good job at being a multiverse movie. Whereas if you guys ever seen Everything Everywhere All at Once, that was a phenomenal multiverse movie. I don't know if you guys seen that, but that was a really great depiction of what I think and what a lot of people think a multiverse movie should have been like. Michaela says, I did not like the Black Magic, but also from their CI in the way they filmed it, it just hit. Now, if we're going to talk about the production, I do agree that from the first movie to the second movie, I was not impressed.
Well, as we know, it's a widely known fact with Marvel Phase 5 that the CGI during this entire phase was stretched thin. According to Marvel Studios themselves, they had double the workload as other phases, so they couldn't do all the details and quality that they normally do. So it was a little bit, I agree, between those two things. And I have always been a fan of Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah, one of my favorites.
I loved his cape as a kid. I was drawn to him because of his cool cape, honestly. And so even in the comic books, there was a lot of stuff going on, but it was more like the cartoons, and it was more on a hocus pocus level of magic. And so that, okay, fine. But I agree with the nerd world and everyone on here that says it kind of felt a little bit too dark.
Yeah. Now, Simeon said something I want to highlight. He said, I would love to see Strange and Moon Knight struggling with existential spiritual questions. That would be very interesting to see how they navigate with that.
Yeah. That would actually be really nice to see, because, of course, Moon Knight pulls his power from those demigods, the Egyptian Panthera, I believe, of gods, which is very similar to where Black Panther pulls his power from.
Yes.
That same, And so, it would really be interesting to see all these characters get together. And as you stated before, with the the Dark Avengers, that would really be. I don't think they're called Dark Avengers.
Yeah. So
but the magic part of S.H.I.E.L.D., that would be so cool. Werewolf and all those other folks. Anyway.
No, you're fine. I'm just trying to look up.
I want to see more. I was really excited to see the Werewolf by Night and see how they introduced the Thing guy. I forgot his name. Because I want to see them work together in a cool way. Yeah, I forgot what his name is all of a sudden. He's called, he's that goo, acid, really gross. He's like Swamp Thing, but something else. He's the Marvel's version of Swamp Thing.
Oh, Man Thing.
Man Thing. There we go.
Okay.
I was like,
So Khonshu is the Egyptian god, the ancient Egyptian god, according to the comics and the ongoing series, that gave Mark Spector his powers, aka Moon Knight. Now Bast is who is also an Egyptian goddess, who is their Panther god, gave the Panther clan and Black Panther his powers.
Then they have the hippo god, and they have the crocodile, and all those other ones. So yeah.
Now, let me see what. There we go. Cupcake says, "I wish I could just wave my hands and things and send folks like my ex into another dimension." That's hilarious. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Again, this is all alleged. We don't know what's going to go on with this, but I want to stay in the Disney realm, and I have a bone to pick with you, Disney. I have a bone to pick with you because this show right here, this series, Quasimodo.
Oh my God!
Came out a few weeks ago, and they did almost zero advertisement.
Yes.
You gave me advertisement for Frozen for months on end. Let it go, and forever. You gave me advertisement for She-Hulk, which I didn't ask for. Okay, but you could not give me advertisement on this. Now, for those who do not know, Quasimodo. Let me pull it up because I want to make sure that I'm giving Kazazi. Don't come at. You can understand why I'm coming at Mickey Mouse. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to have this.
Who said don't come at Mickey Mouse?
Michaela.
Child, he covered in the KKK flag.
Well, listen, we'll talk about that later. But check this out.
You mean to tell me that an animated Afro-futuristic series made by African creators is flying under the radar at Disney? Say it isn't so. Quasimodo, Generation Fire, just dropped today, is a 10-part anthology series covering everything from African lore, advanced technology, aliens, monsters, spirits, you name it. And these amazing stories and the beautiful animation to go along with it are coming from African creators. Got creators from Egypt, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Uganda, Kenya. Like, look at these stills. This is beautiful, and it's pushing the medium forward, all while pushing diversity forward. And outside of a trailer we got 3 weeks ago, we have got no promotion for this. Am I disappointed? Sure. Am I surprised? No. But hey, this dropped today on Disney Plus. So if you got it, go ahead and check this out, man. This looks dope. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Now, this is I'm gonna play it real quick because I'm not gonna keep it on because you know how it is.
Yeah, shut us down.
They'll shut us down quick. But let me tell you something. I started watching the first 3, and they're short. They're like less than 20 seconds or 20 minutes rather on each episode. So I don't think there's one that's longer than 20 minutes if I'm not mistaken.
No, they're average 16 minutes long.
Yeah, and so I watched the first 3 episodes last night. I can tell you right now. Absolutely amazing. And I want to also say that 10 African creators present stories following or featuring new worlds of advanced technology, spirits, and much more. And it's based off of African folklore, African futurism, and all of that. It is an amazing show. And I think, first of all, kids should watch it. I think adults should watch it. I think all of us, we should be rallying this series around like we did with Secret Invasion.
No, like we did with Black Panther.
We should be rallying around. This is an amazing, and I haven't even watched all of them.
Yeah, okay. Listen, for everyone who says that they like Black Panther, for everyone who says that they like I'm speaking to everyone out there who says they love the movie, the first film especially with Black Panther. This series will give you all of that.
Yeah.
It will.
Because I saw a lot of the things that they were doing, like the technologies with the kimono.
Yes.
Like the way that they interpret certain gods and certain spiritualisms in there. It was very reminiscent of Wakanda. And I almost thought,
Absolutely.
I was like, did they pull from Marvel? Did they pull from the Black Panther?
I think it's the reverse.
It was amazing. Yeah, I agree. I do. Where is this streaming, Brother Dominic? This is actually streaming on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. If you have Disney Plus, please check it out.
Yes.
It is, yes. You have to do a search for it again. They will not have it at the top. They have done zero advertising.
It's terrible.
Zero.
Almost zero, because I don't know if they did or not. But
I don't think that they have. I have been looking and I haven't seen anything from
I
Disney.
haven't seen
Only
anything.
from bloggers.
Yeah. It's crazy, and TikTokers. That's the only reason I even heard about it.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
You guys, we don't. I only go on Disney Plus for Secret Invasion, and I didn't even see this come up. And so I already have it right there in my thing. I just go right there and click on Secret Invasion. That's all I watch, and then I hop on.
And I watched Star Wars. I watched The Mandalorian and all of that stuff, and I didn't see anything connected to this at all. So it was so surprising to see this. I thought, like, what?
Yeah, and what's frustrating about it, is the fact that, like, I'm gonna try to speed it up.
So we have Black animators, Black storytellers, and then Black voice actors.
Yeah.
That are it's all African, all on every single level, and the massa did absolutely nothing to promote this. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I get frustrated with Disney and Marvel, because they really don't like us, but if they make money from us, they're happy.
Right. Exactly, and this is one of the I'm trying to play the trailer as and give him glimpses as much as possible, Simeon. But the trailer looks amazing, and to be honest with you,
check it out.
The production is just really good, and each of they're
stellar.
all individual stories that has its own independent
standalone stories. Correct.
Yeah. So it's
and
really
the animation, it's beautiful.
It's
beautiful.
Really produced, and the animation is gorgeous. The production is gorgeous. The stories are really engulfing.
Yes, it's on the level to me of Love, Sex, and Robots from Netflix.
Yes,
the animation, it's very vivid. It's amazing. Yeah. It's fast paced. It's comprehensible. It's funny. It's like a lot of things.
Cupcake says they also have one for the smaller babies called Kaya and Kimocha Heroes. I haven't seen that. I'm gonna check that out.
Okay,
thanks, Cupcake. I didn't even know that. Michaela says they didn't promote this. I just finished watching app, so and it's good. I made it Mickey Mouse Myths myself at this point. Never mind. I see. Okay, everything looks beautiful. Yeah, it's a really good show. And again, we're not sponsored by them. We're not. They didn't give us any.
I wish.
I just really enjoy Black stories and specifically African stories. So I really encourage you guys to support this show and support the creators in this by
and their production company. Right. If we support this, their production company will continue to make more content, and we definitely want to support Black owned and Black featured content.
Yeah. So, great stuff.
At least that's what we're about, right? The Unusual Mavericks.
Exactly. And I'm gonna personally do some podcasts on this series because I'm really interested. We're gonna definitely attack this as much as we can and promote it as much as we can and do a podcast series on it. And they're short, so it shouldn't be hard for us to knock this out. But we'll stay tuned for all of the upcoming podcasts and deep dives that we're gonna have.
Yeah, I would like to actually start with this podcast since it's received zero attention. I think we should start with this.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, let's go get into next up. I'm gonna let you take this over, Dominic. This is more the DC realm. The Flash escaped the Midnight Circus.
Why are you trying to act like I'm the only one who watched DC up in this?
I didn't say all that. I just knew that.
You be turning everything DC to me.
That's not true. That's not true. Are you guys watching I Am a Virgo? What's that?
No.
I have not seen that. But I will look it up. Go ahead. Talk to us about
Flash. DC has started a podcast that has also received very little fanfare, very little attention. And it's, again, a podcast called The Flash Escape, the Midnight Circus. And it's mainly about the rogues, for those who like Dr. Code and Captain Boomerang and his entire rogues gallery of villains, including the Reverse Flash. This series is mainly from their perspective, from what I've been told about how they are trying to do things for their families and improve their lives. And in their version of the story, the Flash is the villain. So it sounds like a very interesting podcast. It's very well written from what I understand. I've heard just a little bit of the first episode that is out today, and it is absolutely interesting. And it's a diverse cast as well. Mm-hmm. So I thought, podcasts are really getting crazy, stupidly popular. Right. And yes, and so this actor here, now I've seen him before. Didn't he play in something from the originals or something? I know his face. In fact, isn't that guy from Vampire Diaries who played Davina's best friend? No?
I don't think, no, that's not him. No.
Okay. I've seen his face. He is somewhere from original CW something. So he's been cast to do the voice acting in this podcast series. And since the Flash movie with Ezra Miller was a complete failure, and people still are really upset about this alleged criminal who has abused women and has violent outbursts, was allowed to make that film. It sounds like that guy or them, Ezra, Miller, will be recast, and there's a lot of buzz that guy in that photo, and again, I can't remember his name, but we have seen him and stuff. That he's going to be the main Flash, so it'll be interesting if that is.
Max Greenfield is his name, and he was a star in New Girl.
Okay, never heard of that.
I haven't either, but it looks like
Could have sworn he did more than that. I'm sure he has.
Yeah. He was in a series of unfortunate events. He voiced a couple of shows. He was in The Glass Castle, The Neighborhood, New Girl. But I don't see anything of any of the shows that we watched. Veronica Mars. He was in Veronica Mars. I don't see him in like the originals or any of the Vampire Diaries spinoffs.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. But yeah, so this guy is the voice actor. And so, there's a lot of speculation that he will take on the role because James Gunn said whoever plays the Flash in any genre on DC will play the Flash across all genres of DC film and TV. We'll see. So that's it.
Yep, we'll see how that goes. And I do want to quickly go back to I Am Virgo that Simeon brought up, and a lot of people are talking about it. He said it's on Amazon Prime about a giant black teenager. And I'm definitely going to check it out because it sounds like I just looked at the synopsis. Where is it? I just lost it. Oh, because I was looking at Max Greenfield.
Okay. I'm interested now.
Yeah.
And it's on Amazon Prime.
There it is.
So, okay.
Yes, it's on Amazon Prime. A coming-of-age joyride about Cootie, a 13-foot tall man who escapes to experience the beauty and contradictions of the real world. He forms friendships, finds love, navigates awkward situations, and encounters his idol named the Hero.
Okay. I'll have to check that out too.
I'll definitely check it out. I don't know if it's so good. Michaela said it's so okay. I'm gonna check it out, you guys. It's
okay.
All right.
Check it out. Let's see for sure.
All right, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna go ahead and knock out some things regarding
secret invasions, right?
Secret invasions, yes. It's about that. So stay tuned. We'll be right back, you guys. This episode is sponsored in part by Bullet and Flight Radio. Get ready to uplift your spirit with Bullet and Flight Radio, the world's leading progressive Christian radio station. Experience the vibrant fusion of gospel house music and a rich medley of inspiration from all musical genres that'll make your heart soar. Join their extraordinary lineup of today's trailblazers, visionaries, and voices that matter, all sharing their stories and wisdom. Stay plugged in around the clock as they broadcast unmissable content 24/7. Your go-to station for all things inspiring. Become a pilot today by visiting bulletandflightradio.com. Bullet and Flight Radio. Your story, our station. And We are back, you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you are just tuning in, please do us a huge, huge favor and hit that like button, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already, so you can check out all of the awesome content that is here on Pyro Media Network. And if you are listening on Bullet and Flight Radio, thank you so much, pilots. We appreciate you. Head over to pyromedianetwork.com so you can check out all of the sponsor offers that we have for you exclusively to our Pyro Media and Bullet and Flight fans. Appreciate you guys. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get into the review. Simeon had to grow on me a bit. I like it overall, but it's taking a turn, and I'm like, okay, so where are we going here? All right. All right. Well, Cupcake be giving some honest review. I'm still gonna check it out. I think if it's worth it, I don't mind checking it out.
Yeah.
To give it a couple episodes and see where it goes and takes it from here. Now, you guys, we're going to be talking about really quickly. We're going to be talking about our thoughts on the Secret Invasion episode 3.
Yes.
So that means it's a spoiler alert. So, what were your thoughts, Dominic? Because I had some thoughts.
I had two thoughts. Two things was, we are in episode 3, and anyone who watches a Marvel series knows that Marvel has a tendency to start the first couple of episodes, especially the first one, off super strong, and then take a little bit of a dip because they're storytelling, they're doing a lot of maybe some shipping, and they're just character development overall, and then they finish high with a lot of action and da 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 da. This to me is no different than any other Marvel show. However, I really enjoyed this 3rd episode because it gave a lot of insight into Nick Fury's life.
Yeah,
like we've never seen before.
Yeah,
that he is married to a Skrull, and the dynamics and complicated relationships that he alone has with the I guess the political party and the powers that be within that fraction, and that the Skrulls are fractured and it's really interesting. What I do miss, because I have been a fan of this storytelling for quite a while, from the comic books to the cartoons, and within both there's a lot more action and a lot more Marvel characters are involved. The Hulk is involved, Iron Man, and Brody is deeply involved, and we've only had a little bit of Brody and not enough, in my opinion. And all the other characters, from Miss Marvel to Captain Marvel to all those other characters, are usually involved in this storytelling, including Black Panther. So this is a well done, but in a bubble.
Yes,
that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, and I will say this, because well, first of all, before I say anything, I want to see what the comment says. Look, spoiler alert, log out if you ain't seen it. Yes, thank you, Cupcake. Please let them know. Michaela said, "Babe, child, I have some observations." I do too, Cupcake. Did Brother Dominic say married to a Skrull? What is a Skrull? So a Skrull, Cupcake's account, wifey is a Skrull, and I wonder if she is graphic mama. My husband says I'm crazy, but what if I'm right? Cupcake, I didn't even think about that. And I kind of agree with you. Oh, yeah. To answer your question, I'm sorry. So basically there are a race of aliens, basically, that are
shapeshifters.
They're shape-shifting aliens. And so they are they needed to find a new home because their home was either, I think it was destroyed or died out or whatever, but they are finding a new home, and so they're invading, slowly invading and trying to wipe out humans so they can take over the world and just have it as their own. That's right. At least what one faction.
So the Skrull, perfect example, is in the picture that's up right now, right over Nick Fury's shoulder. The green guy is the Skrull, but he can shapeshift into anybody. They also are telepaths, I believe, and they can take on all of your memories and say all kinds of things and know all kinds of personal things about you, your job, your PIN number on your bank card, whatever. And so, yeah, they can totally assume your life.
Yes, and they have a machine that they hook up their, I don't want to say victim,
technology.
Yeah, they have technology. Do I say victims? Is victims a good word?
Yes.
But they have a machine that has the ability to pull and extract information and knowledge from that person's life and what they are going through, and then they can go ahead and extract it and insert it into their mind, so that way they can assume and be that person and infiltrate whatever they need to infiltrate. So right now, the Skrulls are really taking over and are in key places within the governments, and not just the United States governments, but all over the governments of the world. They are really trying to take over and have a space to where they have they can take over the world. So
yeah, I thought it was really interesting that here Fury thought that there was a small fraction that was here on Earth.
Yes.
And that they were going to deliver the rest of the population to Earth. But in the snap, you know, so much time had passed and the entire population came to Earth. And so now we have this secret invasion, I guess, but they've already entered and the immigrants are here.
Yeah. I'm trying to be careful with the amount of footage that we show, but let's see. Like a mind download machine. Exactly, Simeon. That's exactly what they have. Cupcake says, I think she has some kind of affiliation to Gravik because when she made that phone call to him and whoever answered, she said she couldn't talk to him. She had a look on her face only a mama would have.
Yeah, that it was really interesting to throughout this entire episode of episode 3, I think it was such a political power play and struggle and their secrets.
It was giving
you don't know who you can trust.
Yeah, it was giving me very Game of Thrones for a minute.
Yeah, it was very so for that reason I absolutely really love it. I just wished we had more people, Marvel characters involved. Thor should be involved, and you know, so many characters should be involved if they've been able to infiltrate Earth and spread their population all over the Earth. So we should see a lot more. We should see mutants. We should see all kinds of people involved in this storytelling.
Yeah, and I who the heck is Gravik? Michelle, you have to watch the show. I would advise you to go to Disney Plus. Actually, Secret Wars is in there. Excuse me, I keep saying Secret Wars. Secret Invasion is in there. You can definitely check it out on the
first 3 episodes. Yeah,
and it's only 3 episodes right now, so they're about an hour each. So you can kind of binge it. Right now, it comes out every Wednesday. A new episode is released every Wednesday, so we saw.
So we're kind of halfway through right now. I think they're only doing 6 episodes.
Oh,
yeah, it's a movie cut into 6 pieces.
Simeon says we should be seeing Daredevil and Luke Cage at least.
Correct. Yes. Yes.
Michelle said I will go and watch.
I agree, Simeon.
I just love how you both tell stories. Oh, I appreciate it, Sister Michelle. Michaela says even though we should see more Marvel characters, they're not going to bring them out until the end. I agree. They're not going, but I also don't think they're going to be bringing too many out because, as you know, Dominic and I talk a lot about licensing, and so I don't know if they have the budget to bring in all of these characters either.
Right.
Because you talk about if you're going to bring in Thor, you have to pay for Chris Hemsworth's time. You know, you're already giving Samuel L. Jackson for the whole series. That's a really big budget because he's an A-list actor, right? And so it's not. Did wifey get him fired? Did wife?
Oh, good question, Cupcake. Who knows? We're gonna find out what's going on. But I really hope. Yeah, because you know what? When it comes down to it, to her whole race surviving as opposed to her marriage, which side do you think she's gonna take?
I don't know. She may take her.
We don't either.
Yeah.
We don't know. That's the question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a good damn question, Cupcake.
It is. So we're going to see what the conspiracy is. So the episode 3 really set up the trust issues, the power dynamics, the political play. I think that they did that very, very well.
I didn't know that Cupcake was an actual Blerd. I thought you just liked the show, girl.
Okay. We got to have Cupcake on.
All right. We have to bring her on here.
I know that's right.
Now, that's a really good dang on question.
Yeah, we're gonna see what's gonna happen with this. We got 3 episodes left. We're gonna see. We should see Brody come back.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see him as War Machine. I was kind of disappointed in episode 2 not to see him as War Machine. I wish he would have showed up to the meeting as War Machine.
Yeah,
and
because right now I'm not feeling Brody right now. Because I feel like he's working for the man. I feel like he's doing the things for against Uncle
he's giving house help.
He's giving house help. He's giving house help. That's exactly what he's.
Y'all know what that means.
Y'all know.
So it's like, what's going on? Because that's not the Brody that I know.
What's going on? I didn't know you guys were on. No worries. You can always catch the replay. We appreciate you. Now, sidebar. ATL Torres sent me a video, and I have to send it to you, Dominic.
Okay.
Like it's a fan made a story of. It's called Rain. It's a fan made story of Storm. And although, of course, I don't want people to look at the production, I think the storyline would be dope because we don't get a proper ever. I don't think we've ever gotten a proper storyline for Storm.
No,
and
not live action.
I don't know. Not Simeon say he's giving Clarence. Not. Yeah, I feel like Brody's giving Clarence Thomas right now. It was really bothering me.
Yeah, it's just not. Oh God, that's hilarious.
But Kayla says that makes the both of us because it makes me feel like he's a part of he don't sticks in.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I always saw Brody in the cartoons and comic books as being far more clever. So I thought, is he just playing an angle? And they haven't brought him back. And the way they left that was just so nasty that it's just, man, it made me feel like I said, give me Terrence Howard back. That's how I felt at the end of that scene.
Honey, listen, first of all,
Terrence looks like Brody from the comic books. That's number one.
Period. Okay? Looks exactly like Brody from comic books. The perfect bro. And there's nothing wrong. Nothing. I'm not trying to take away.
Nothing wrong with him. Oh no. Listen. No. Never.
But I don't know.
I just got mad the way he played that. It just rubbed me the wrong way. So I feel y'all talking about that because I did not. Oh, really?
Oh,
ATL
wow.
says he's not enjoying the series.
I need powers and stuff. Well, we just
that's what we just.
Yeah,
see?
we were just talking. Yeah,
so I'm gonna say this for you, ATL. Marvel has a bad habit of starting a series. The first episode is the bomb diggity, and then it goes kind of flat. They do shipping and character development, and by the finale, they give you the boom, bomb, bing. And I don't know why they do that. It's like, give us a little bit throughout the whole series. Give us something. We want more characters. We want to see more than this. I think it's a well-told story, but it's told in a bubble. It's not told as a true Marvel story.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
How it
goes. I don't really have a lot else to say because I felt like
I agree. Luke Cage and Daredevil would have been cheap. They could have even had Iron Fist. They could have had some of the other folks, Jessica Jones. They could have had the Punisher. Even they could have had a whole lot of different people.
TL said, "I need razzle dazzle. Throw in the dazzler."
Yeah.
Just as long as you don't give me Jubilee. Jubilee is the worst.
No, but they could have put the Punisher. Could you imagine the Punisher and Nick Fury working together?
Okay.
Y'all feel me on that?
I feel you on that. Can we talk about what Cupcake just said? Okay, so Gaia thought she was so smart. I smelled that setup from a mile away. Recipe said, listen, we already gave our spoiler alert, y'all. Okay?
Oh, yes.
Now,
well, so do we want to talk about that? Thank you, Cupcake, for leading us on in the episode storyline.
And Ghost Rider could have made a cameo. Listen, everybody
could have,
yes.
Cameo. Yes, Ghost Rider would have been nice, but the Punisher would have been awesome to have this. Yeah.
Yeah, this was very. First of all, we all know who the Khaleesi is, okay? Because they watch Game of Thrones. If you haven't watched Game of Thrones, I don't know what's going on with your life. But this is the part that made me feel very Game of Thrones, okay? Why do you have to get killed in every damn series, girl? Every damn series?
Should get that check. But yeah, she's dead. And like you say, you could smell that coming from a mile away. When people keep coming to you asking you who the traitor is, and then you looking around, and I just don't understand why she didn't have her exit strategy just planned and everything set up.
And why didn't you just drive around the damn? You could have just kept going, girl. You were on a bike. You could have skied out on your behind around.
She could have ran, right? Where's the?
Gone.
She stopped like, excuse me, hello, can I help you? It was. I didn't like the way that was written. Actually, that I thought that was poor writing. To be very honest, that part. But I said she was paid to be in a certain amount of episodes.
Michelle
so there you
has
go.
watched it. Michelle, tell Cersei it was me. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Girl, why didn't you run like your daddy said? That's what
I mean, for real?
Have at least one person to throw under the bus when they came for you. Girl!
Something. She could have set off bombs. She could have blew up some trees to block the road. Anything.
You were supposed to be a part of a superior alien race, and you could have came up with no technology to
and you and your warriors, and you have no strategy. No strategy.
You got decimated by an earth gun.
We're gonna be like, okay, right, that part too.
An earth gun, a pistol.
But hey, okay, they've been shooting them in the head anyway for a while, so it's like, okay.
Now, let me tell you something. Now, if the gag would be if she miraculously comes out and survives that whole situation.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't look like that's going to be the case.
Right, just exists.
We'll see. Just
okay, just like Jubilee. Let me tell you something. I cannot stand Jubilee. Jubilee is one of the worst, insignificant mutants of all time.
I think in the comic book she has a little bit more.
It's not enough to be a valid member of the X-Men. You throw fireworks, girl.
I would love to invite her to my house anytime I had a party and a barbecue in my backyard. Okay,
just stand there.
Just shoot them off, girl. But
she must have been okay with the paycheck. Listen, I'm not knocking the paycheck, girl.
She said you get me for 3 episodes at this price.
At best. Okay? Sparklers and the black cat firecrackers. Child, listen. Taurus was working my good nerve this episode. Cupcake, we should have just had her on as a guest.
Oh boy, it was. I told you, like we were talking about. Did you like it? Did you not? And Kwame was asking me, did I like it this episode? And I was like, it was a mix for me. Yeah. It was really intense, but it was a mix because I see the trend that Marvel series go on. They start strong, they dip, they take a huge dip, and then they kind of finish okay.
Yeah.
Or stronger. They finish okay. And I bet you this is going to, all the CGI, all the special effects, everything that they're actually paying for is in the final episode. Watch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course. That's what they always do. That's what they always do. And now Talos needed his ass whooped this in this episode because he was getting. I'm sorry, I got a text message. He was giving.
He'll trade the weight.
Now, what you and Dr. Holt are not going to do, and Kyrie are not going to do, is talk about trade. Okay, it was actually Cupcake. All right. Anyway, Talos was giving.
Name it on Cupcake.
It was. Let's see. Michaela says, I heard allegedly that they are bringing a whole new season of the show.
Of Secret Invasion?
Of Secret Invasion. I can see that.
I really hope not.
You don't want to see another season?
No, because it shouldn't. It can't stay in a bubble. I guess I'm just spoiled to how Marvel has told this story in a classic sense for decades now. And that includes almost the entire Marvel universe. Almost.
Yeah. I feel like we're gearing up for a reset.
Something needs to happen because I need more characters. I need this story to be done right. I like the deep dive on Fury. I really do. But I need more action.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to get that, I need War Machine. I need, as we said, the Punisher. I need Luke Cage. I need the T'Challa. I need somebody to come on and step up.
In the words of DD Leaks, why am I in it? See now, I ain't even did anything, but I'm in it.
I know, Dr. Ho, he just threw you under the bus.
Whatever.
Handle your own business.
He said they could have skipped over this and went to zombie storyline. Huh.
You know, that would have been a very interesting. You know what? I would have been really interested to see that offset, that parallel universe of the whole zombie Marvel. Oh God, that would have been really cool.
Yeah, Michelle says too many characters stink up the plot with their egos.
Yeah, but 2 more at least.
Yeah,
would not have made this worse. That's for certain.
No.
And they already have War Machine in the series.
They do.
So why not have him in the suit and just shoot a couple of missiles? That shouldn't be.
That's all you gotta do, Charlie. You don't have to do that.
And put the Punisher in covert. Put him undercover or something. The Punisher is perfect.
Bring the suit that you had over at the Avengers set. Bring it right over. Matter of fact, you can leave it at the Avengers set. Just walk on down the line and go over to the Avengers set. Get in the suit. Film a couple of scenes. Go about your business. That's all we want.
And okay, Nick Fury got kicked out of the government allegedly, right?
Allegedly.
So why could he go over to what's her name? Tony Stark's wife.
Oh yeah.
She has a suit.
But you know,
she has technology.
But Tony Stark wasn't on our side. I was Team Captain America all day.
Oh, so let's go talk to Falcon. Let's go talk to the new Captain America.
Yeah.
How about that?
How about we go over to Wakanda? How about that? Let's talk to Shuri.
So we hadn't talked to no new Captain Americas, and we in Americas. And then and we haven't talked to Wakanda with all their technology. We haven't talked to Stark Enterprises with all their technology, with the what's her name in charge of all of that. And his daughter should be coming up or whatever now. So we just leaving everybody out. No Fantastic Four. No introduction of anybody else. This is what I'm hoping that they fix. And this is my problem sometimes with some of these series is you got all these plot holes. I don't care to see what your life was like for the past 20 years if we could come down to it. I'd rather some boom, boom, bang, bang.
Yeah, yeah. Now, Michaela says, that's why I said at the beginning, at the end, they're going to bring some hard-hitting characters because I heard they will come out with a new season.
Yeah, okay.
Simeon says 2 more that can whoop behind. Yes, 2 more characters that could whoop behind would be great.
Yes.
Torres says, is Marvel doing anything with Daredevil?
Yes.
They're coming out with a new series for Daredevil, allegedly.
Yes, and they're talking about bringing back Elektra as well.
Yeah, yes. Now, the original Elektra, the original MCU Elektra, Fury must have some friends in Wakanda. Yeah, they have to.
That's what I'm saying. So he's just isolated.
Iron Man was on our side. He was greedy and capitalist, but he was on our side. He wasn't on our side. I still don't forgive Tony Stark for betraying Captain America. I don't. And they were trying to walk. They were Wakanda. You can't walk up on Wakanda like that. What's wrong with you?
That's that white ego. That colonizer attitude spirit that was going on. However, we have a new Captain America that happens to be a brother. Okay. And I don't understand why he couldn't call him.
So Cupcake says, okay, so did y'all catch when he was talking to Wifey in the dinner? Fury said something about her giving a new face and body. So who was she before?
I think that it sounded as though that she hadn't taken on a human shape, maybe that she was just in her scroll form. It's a possibility. I don't know. And then she took on that human shape. Man, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. But
I don't know. I think I want to know who she was talking to when she was in that safety deposit room. That's what I want to know who she was talking to, because I think that's a big piece of the puzzle, and I'm interested to see what they're gonna do. Maybe how she looked before the blip. Huh. That's interesting. Maybe I'll go watch again and bug Kwame on it.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll find out, because we had tons of questions from the end of episode 2 when she shapeshifted in the kitchen and he came in and kissed her. And we were like, oh my God, does he know? And then we clearly saw that he knew at the opening of this episode. So maybe there'll be more questions answered in next week's episode. However, I still stand behind. We need some Daredevil. We need some Punisher. We need some Luke Cage. Somebody.
We need some things.
We need, yes, just to make this super duper dope.
Well,
so I hope you're right, and they bring in some really cool characters by the end of this.
Yes. Well, that's going to be it for us. You got anything else, Dominic, before we go?
No, actually, I also want to thank everybody for checking out Bullet and Flight Radio.
Yes,
because I know we do show the commercials, but there's so much more than music that's on there. We have science shows that are on there that are pretty cool. We have sexuality in the talk shows and mental wellness health from super dope doctors that are both Black and some are trans and some are. It's just we have such a variety of wealth and knowledge on the show, and I just want to thank everybody for being a part of that and checking it out, because our numbers are really growing. And so YouTube we are truly international now.
Yes, indeed. And I can't wait to share more information. Just to let you guys know, YouTube is not our only platform. And so it's not the only platform that we project all the stuff for Pyro Media and all the stuff for Bullet and Flight. So thank you guys for those who are listening and supporting Bullet and Flight, as well as Pyro Media Network. So thank you guys so much for constantly rocking with us. I did not know Marvel could be so much fun. Thank you both. You're so welcome. And it's not just Marvel. We talk about DC stuff.
DC is super fun too. It's gonna get really fun soon, because Blue Beetle's coming out, and Kwame's husband, Kwame Corbett, Momoa, is what's his name? Aquaman 2. Do you want to talk about your husband's movie? Okay. Well,
it was nice having Dominic on. It was a great show. I hope you guys enjoyed. I enjoyed.
Aquaman 2 is coming out at the end of the year, and that promises to be a special treat. So we'll see. Yes.
If you guys have not, just because I know he's going to probably watch the replay, please vote for Kyrie on your favorite chef. Cupcake did.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And if you guys, I don't have the link immediately with me right now, and I can't grab it. For some reason, it's not letting me copy it off of. Oh, wait, I can do this. That's what I'll do.
Cupcake said, whose husband? I said Kwame's husband. Did I say Kyrie? I meant Kwame.
I don't have a husband. I am single. I don't. Steelworks should be a movie. That would be dope. I am ready for Aqualad too. Listen, we need a proper Aqualad. Can we get an Aqualad?
Yeah, there's a lot.
I dropped it. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on through all of the Pyro channels as well.
There's been talk about Aqualad too, so we'll see what happens with him.
Yes, we'll see. Hopefully, we can get something. I would love to see that, because Aqualad is everything. That would be
great. Well, they're talking about making sure that he's definitely Black and gay, so that'll be interesting.
Yes. All right, you guys. Well, thanks so much.
All right.
We love you guys. Thank you for rocking with us, and we will see you guys on the other side.
That's right.
Until then, stay unusual.
Stay very unusual.
All right. Bye.
See you next week.
If you enjoyed this content, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to Pyro Media Network's YouTube channel for more awesome content. Plus, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss when we go live or upload new videos. Visit PyroMediaNetwork.com today, not just to check out our incredible roster of talented creatives, but also to gain access to exclusive bonus material available only to our Pyro fam. Show your support for this Black-owned indie network by donating today. Help us keep igniting brands everywhere.